Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dech Teck. I am Dell, and today we're going to go over another typal theme deck. Last one I uploaded was my Varol Skeletons. Today I'm going to talk about Grist the Hunger Tide. I have a little proxy here, you can kind of see me in the reflection, but let's see if I can get zoom on. I'll just read it to you. He's a commander because as long as he's not on the battlefield, he counts as a 1/1 insect creature type. So you can kind of cheat him in there, and I don't want to build this since I saw him spoiled. And I think at the time he was real expensive, and I didn't feel like paying the money, so I got a real nice proxy done. It's hard to see with the sleeve if I take it out of the sleeve. You guys can see a little better. Yeah, a little less reflective, kind of. See what we're going for there, right? But his +1 ability is create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token. Then mill a card. If an insect card was milled this way, put a loyalty counter, repeat this process. It's -2 is may sacrifice a creature. When you do, destroy a target creature or planeswalker. And it's -5 is each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Now, try to zoom in. Now, before I get too far along, there are a few different win cons in here where this is a budget deck, but it also is more of a casual deck. But there is a few things I can do to win that could probably suck for most people. Probably wouldn't be too happy about it, but they can go to hell, you know. Build decks to have fun. This is my fun. So, sort of like my skeleton deck, 99% of the creatures in here are insects. Now, I'm going to add the caveat, I think. When building it, I didn't check every creature type, but the bug, the art has a bug. It's a bug. I probably leave a comment if you catch one that isn't, because I'll be honest, some of the older creature types I didn't check to see if they upgraded. I think they did. It's been a while since I built it. I could be wrong, but like I said, it's a casual deck. It's not that big a deal, but I know there will be some contenders, and I probably should switch some stuff around. But either way, we got Skittering Heartstopper. Gains death touch until end of turn. Pay it black. We got Plague Fiend. I was going to sneeze. Deals combat to a creature. Destroy a creature unless its control pays 2. Bond the Beetle. Enters the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 target creature. We got Bane of the Living. Has a morph ability I'm not going to read out loud. You guys can read it on your own. Hornet Queen. One of my favorites from recent sets. Is a fun ability. You guys read that. Iron Shell Beetle. Okay. Looking at it again, I'm like, wait, didn't I already say this one? There's a battlefield, put a +1/+1 another creature. Kev Walker art too. Skylasher. Some decent abilities. Counts as a bug, I don't care who you are. Changeling counts as a bug. Suck it. Brood of Cockroaches. Bayou Dragonfly. Speaking of bayous, you'll see in a little bit later that this is a roll 0 deck. 1. There's like a little piece of something stuck in the plastic there. 1, because I'm just going to say all these are insects. 2, I do have a proxy in here as well besides the commander. No Kazandu Nectar Pot. Counts as a bug. Woodland Changeling. I just love that art. It's like creepy and cool and kind of cute. Hawk Eater Moth. Has a, I want to say hexproof. What's the other one? Shroud. No one can target it. Dusk Shell Crawler. Gives my stuff trample if it has +1s. Got just a regular old vanilla Dune Beetle. Zathid Swarm. Criminally underrated. 0/1 flyer that defending player can't cast spells after you attack. You gotta get to the attack phase though, that's the trick. A lot of people just rather respond by casting stuff before you actually attack. Fog of Gnats, regenerate ability. Phyrexian Battleflies. I think this has also been retconned to be a Phyrexian subtype as well. You can pump it up a little bit. Endless Cockroaches. Fun card I used to play in my 1 mono black deck where just every time it does goes back to your hand, you can't really ever get rid of it. Nantuko Shade, another fun one from one of my older decks. I just like to make a typal deck with this ability where there's a lot of mono black creatures that just let you pump the crap out of them. Oh shit, we got a giant cockroach here. Heather Hudson, like, beautiful art for just a gross little buggin. Nessian Horden Beetle. Scoot Mob. Jag Wasp Swarm. Get Jag off. Carrion Ants, again with the pump ability. I just like that. Blight Beetle. Mind Maggots. I guess this one and my skeleton was there's not much to the Dech Teck beyond a weird little thing I just did. So I promise I'll have some more coming up that have more tips and tricks and stuff beyond, hey, look at all these cards in my deck. But I guess maybe this will inspire somebody to make their own little bug deck, or I'll show you some bugs you weren't aware of, or maybe they aren't actually bugs and you'll just, just quietly judge me in the corner. Another Shroud effect there. Really, really pretty art. I thought that was Amy Weber for a second, but I got my favorite artist, Jack Wang, Caustic Caterpillar, Pitcher Beetles, Mortician Beetle. Got a really cool signed Acridian, I want to say it's called. Just got this recently. Where eventually I'm going to look through some of these decks and actually find out what I have, but I saw that art and I'm like, oh, I know that's in my bug deck. Probably only Infect in this deck. See, some of these already have scavenge abilities, but let me see. My other deck, actually, I think I'll look at this again. It actually makes it worth their mana cost. Rather than 6 mana, they get 2 +1/+1s. Come on. I mean, it could be less broken, but it's not that broken. Durable Coil Bug. Clockwork Beetle. Crawl Harpooner. Undergrowth ability, let you guys take a look at that. Rust Tick. Then we have Swarm of Bloodflies. Pretty neat art by Marco Nellor. Chase Stone Dreadboat. Dead Bridge Goliath. I can't speak now. Another one of my favorites, Hornet Nest. I used to like giving this guy Indestructible, just to make a bunch of dumb bugs. Nantuko Tracer. A little Plague Beetle, another one of my favorite arts. It's just like the purple and the green. Looks really cool. Saber Ants. Again, reprint, but I had an older card where you can give this guy Indestructible and just make a bunch of bugs. Blistered Beetle. Had to do the killer bees on the swarm. I'm not 100% sure this is a bug, or an insect rather, but we're just going to pretend like it's a dang bug. Giant Adaphage. Counts as a bug. Changeling Outcast. Nantuko Blightcutter. Carrion Beetles. Adaptive Shimmerer. Dross Hopper. I think I actually looked this one up because I'm 99% sure this actually counts as an insect. This is back before they retconned it. They printed this card, but it counts as a bug. Loam Larva. And Crawl Forager. Ghost gets ability where it gain 1 life for each creature in my graveyard. Point being, these are going to get dumped, hopefully in relatively quick succession, with my commander's first ability, where mill the first, create a bug token, then mill a card. If it's an insect, I continue this process. But I put a loyalty count on it and continue the process. So I could dump a good chunk of my library into my graveyard, make a bunch of bugs, and then pass turn and hopefully survive. Because the other ability, the other cards you'll see in a little bit, well, let's go to it. Because there's one non-bug creature, Huatuo, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Keanu Reeves. It puts it top of my library. A wonderful place to put a bug, if I do say so myself. Of course, we have some other non-creatures. Got Reclaim, Regrowth, and Elven Cache. Which I'll take stuff from my graveyard and put it on top of my library or in my hand. We have one of the other win cons in here. Scale up, where I can overload a bunch of bugs, make them 6/4 worms. And then Bone Harvest, another little fun card where I put any number of target creature cards from my graveyard on top of my library and then draw a card beginning the next unstep. What makes that fun was I can just take all of my bugs, put them back on top of my library, and rinse and repeat, assuming I have it in hand, of course. We'll go to the mana real quick. We have my Proxied Bayou. We have some green-black cards like Foul Orchard, Jungle Hollow, Golgari Guildgate, Tainted Wood, Temple Malady, Command Tower, technically Path of Ancestry. Shares a creature type, it's an insect, so that's most of my creatures. Unclaimed Territory, claiming creatures. Cavern of Souls will go in here, but it's not worth it, because I don't care if my bug go to the graveyard. And then we have Witch's Cottage, which puts them on the top of my library. And then Oref Reef, the Vast Woods, a elf tech deck kind of thing, but make it a bunch of green insects. Hey, why not pump them up real quick? Kind of fits in with some of the other creatures, giving stuff trample for X +1/+1s, and some other stuff like sacrifice creature and drawing a card. Or this one, I'm sorry. Gives +1/+1 to a creature, but he counts the Planeswalker, comes with an extra loyalty ability. Drown Near Temple just to kind of help. If this ends up in the grave, let's get some more mana. Then we have Mana Fixing with Terraform Expanse, Evolving Wilds, and Ash Barrens. These cards I really need to add to my skeleton deck, because there's literally nothing to fix in case I need any of the green, like I would need in this deck. But then we got the basics. Just grabbed some art I like, because I should get it better framed. A couple dupes in here. Wasn't busting out my A-game basics, but I went through my surplus and kind of picked some ones I liked. So, how to win. Try to mill out stuff with the first ability. Try to get his ultimate ability. Try to get scale up. Try to get a couple other things going. I haven't played it in a long time. I think I might have played it once, if I'm being honest. But it's one of those decks I don't want to get rid of. It's one that I have in my one box where I have a deck to loan out to friends in case like they don't have a deck available. I don't like giving my bigger decks out for lending purposes, but it's something I have to contend with here. Like if anyone wants to play a quick game, I have some spares. Maybe I'll do a tech deck on my other one. We'll see. But I think I'm going to do the next Dech Teck. I think I keep saying tech deck. Those are the little skateboards, but Dech Teck will be one of my bigger decks. Not sure which yet. Kind of upgrading some stuff. Maybe I'll do my Grenzo update video soon. But, I don't know. Thanks again for subscribing. If you got this far, thanks for watching. I guess until next time, love you.